Hello, everybody out there. How's everybody doing? Would like to touch base a little bit about some basic things about buying a TV that are going overlooked. I've noticed looking in, everybody's YouTube videos, etc. Everybody's talking about black levels, brights, and nits, and side viewing angles. I don't see anybody hardly talking about the color of the TV set and the accuracy of the colors in all content, not just HDR or not just 4K. Everybody's 4K HDR, blacks, brights, and nits. But I'd like to talk about a little bit about the color of these sets. And in my opinion, the most colorful and most accurate TVs, which would be the Sony 900E, the Sony 930E, the 940E, the z9d, and of course the a1e. Any Sony TV is, in my opinion, out of the box without any calibration, professionally or just you touching it, is basically just about spot on that I've noticed. Compared to the other TVs I've owned, everybody has known I've taken it back, over a dozen TVs, and I've had experimented with pretty much all of them now. So I could talk from experience as opposed to watching a video from somebody else and then reading as some people would say, regurgitate the information and then repeat that information, write that in somebody else's, videos, which I've been seeing a lot of, by the way. People not owning the TV sets and just putting stuff that they've heard from somebody else, or they saw the video that was biased to lean one way or the other, OLED or LED. So, when you go into the store, pick out something that's accurate to you in your eyes. It's hard to say because the store has them overblown with their demo modes. If you're, a lot of stores will let you mess with the remote control and dial it down into like a cinema mode or a pro mode, whatever the TV has on there. Natural, warm, warm 1, warm 2. So do that. Mess with the TV a little bit if you're not one to take stuff back like I am. But I would have to say the Sonys are the most accurate TVs out of the box out of any TV I've actually messed with so far. I'm not trying to dog on anybody else's TV, about the accuracy and stuff, but I will say that the LGs, every TV I've had that's LG, took a lot of dialing in for me to get the colors just right, and a lot of messing with, a lot of pink in the facial tones and what have you. But a lot of it has to do with the Sony. They make the movies. They have Sony Studios. They make Blu-ray players. They make, video cameras. Somebody put that in my remarks. They make all all the video stuff. So, you'd hope they'd be able to get it right making a TV, right? And besides, 20, 30 years ago, Sony was considered royalty. Not to date myself, but I just want to touch base on that a little bit. And, I think that the Sony TVs probably have the best accuracy of any TV out there, color-wise. I've noticed quite a bit just messing with this 930E here, how different it is from my last B7 OLED I had. Somebody chimed in about they liked the OLED TVs, but the Sony A1e was the best at for OLED, best at dialing in the colors that are not 4K HDR. There's more in the TV besides 4K HDR. You're looking at right here. This is upscaled with the X1 Extreme chip. This is a normal video off of a video website here, and look how clear it comes in because it's being upscaled. The X1 Extreme chip is the best chip out there right now to do this, and the best upscaling, period. So they have done remarkable things with this TV set, and that's the first thing I've noticed owning this TV set is content other than 4K looks spectacular on this TV set. Everything looks good on it, as opposed to a lot of the OLEDs out there. The 4K just looks good, and of course, you play your video games and stuff. They look good, but when it comes to putting something on the TV from your cable box or off the air, it just doesn't look as good as these other TV sets, these Sonys here. So not a knock on LG by all means. This is just my experience. Like I said, this is my experience. Someone else might experience something else, but out of the box, without having to mess with anything, just to checking things out immediately, Sony. has the best at not having to play around with the settings that much. You know, you could tweak them out a little bit. Everybody likes to tweak their own settings, but you know, this is pretty easy going for this particular these particular sets that Sony has put out in 2017. So yeah, I just wanted to touch base on that a little bit, and you know, just you guys are looking at these other videos and a lot of these experts, or so-called experts, so to speak. Some people claim that they're experts, and we all know they're not. I'm not going to mention any names, but we know who they are out there. And I'm not an expert either. I'm just a normal person. Like I said, I have a lot of experience, though, as far as hands-on, playing around with these things. So I could just, you know, speak out of my opinion. My opinion, I try to keep not biased. But when you're shopping around, or you know, playing around with your TV set, just, you know, dial in as accurately as you can to your liking. Everybody has different likings, but I always like to go with more, you know, natural look than opposed to something that is, you know, overblown and saturated. Some may like the saturated look, but this is basically my likings. Is just find something the most natural you possibly can, and you know, don't get too consumed with the videos you're seeing on YouTube, because I noticed a lot of people have a different agenda. They're biased. They regurgitate information, and they go back and put that on somebody else's comments. I had somebody read a comment today in somebody else's video saying that the 930E has gray bars from the top to bottom. He said they're actually gray. They weren't black. So he didn't want the TV. Clearly, he never owned the TV, because I've had this is my third one, or second one, and both the TVs did not have gray bars. The bars were black, and they were really nice black. But the first one I got a victim of the panel model, like I mentioned, and this one I have now is pretty much perfect, spot on, no problems with it. And like I mentioned earlier, the panel model is real. If you want to take a look at that, go to my other video. But yeah, let's get, you know, I'd like to break it down and go back to old school. What about good old-fashioned, you know, color accuracy that nobody mentions anymore? Everybody's still worried about their TV getting black as night or bright as day, but no one's mentioning color at all. So I'll stop rambling on. Just wanted to touch base with everybody. Hope everybody's having a good day, and y'all take it easy.